boys. Episode 10.
MI2.
We hit it. The decade. Second time round.
This is a very special episode because it's the 10th time we've done it since the first time we did it.
Well, actually,
So-
technically it's the 12th.
Because it's actually the day the Lord has risen.
yeah.
It is actually
That as
Good
well.
Friday today, but it was also Good Friday the last time we recorded episode 9. Worked that one out.
I hope
a year
everyone
ago.
got the Easter eggs they wanted.
Yeah, me too, actually. Did you
get Easter eggs anymore because I'm not 12.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't get them as in you don't
No.
understand them, or you just don't get them as you don't physically receive Easter eggs?
Well, like I don't physically receive Easter eggs.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
I also wouldn't
What a
buy
bitch.
one. Like,
I get Easter eggs
Because they're
because
deers.
because my parents don't hate fun and want to give me stuff.
Because my parents don't.
Oh, fuck's sake, man! Can you go one podcast without fucking anything up?
Nope.
where's Footern?
What are you saying?
What's the best Easter egg?
Carberry Star Milk.
Lint.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not.
I think this is very subjective. You were talking as if.
Yeah, the answer is who cares? I'm trying to think of like any.
Then why'd you fucking ask then?
I don't know. Just get everything flowing.
I like the bounty Easter eggs. Says no one ever.
Even
I like Bounty
I actually
bars.
do like Bounty.
I think they
Yeah, of course you
divide
do.
people, but I like
Mm.
them.
Of course
I think they're.
See the dark chocolate Bounty? Goat.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Not did I?
But no,
What color is it?
Purple.
Black.
No, not the fucking chocolate. I mean, it's Robin.
It's red.
Is it?
Yeah.
Serious?
Gee whiz. Gee willikers.
Right.
Any cool Easter eggs? Easter stories? Ever roll eggs?
Yeah, one time.
Do you
one
have Easter
time-
dinner?
Someone doesn't. Do you not have?
I
No.
don't. I
No,
think this is like
you
the
don't-
first year I've ever had it.
I've never
Oh.
had an Easter dinner in my life, and I didn't know.
And you guys have never had a New
Oh yeah, we were
Year's?
talking about this. Not were we talking
Yeah.
about this last year?
I didn't have a New Year's. Yeah, I
Well, I
remember.
mean, technically
Oh yeah,
last
it was
year.
at New Year's.
I
Because
remember
we
I
were
was
all
so sad because everyone has like
Yeah.
a New Year's dinner and
Yeah, you're getting, like,
also has an
depressed.
Easter dinner, and I've never had that before in my life.
The fuck was that noise? Like?
Yeah, what was that?
Did you
Ah.
hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I lost that. Oh no, I'm back. Am I? Yeah.
Right, back.
Can you check if we're
We
still
still
going,
recording?
please? Yeah.
Yeah, we are. But my fucking it's my
Alright.
headphones is like pulling on myself. Oh,
Oh.
it doesn't matter.
I
Whatever.
think you're sitting on it.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I am sitting on it,
Yeah,
but I
it's
didn't want it to be like. Whatever. Who cares?
Right. Well. Okay. Anyway.
Next time.
You don't have New Year's dinners. That's pretty sad for you guys.
Well, no, I'm having one this year. Was my thing.
so what is
I'm
it? What is
psyched
it?
for it? Look.
What is no? Sorry, you mean an Easter one?
I mean both.
So what does an Easter dinner
Oh, yeah, I'm
consist
getting
of?
it.
Is it like the
Wow.
same as a Christmas dinner?
Nah. Doesn't have to be. Though. It's just a big dinner.
Just
Oh.
a big.
Well, like
feast.
it's obviously gonna be your meat, your spuds, your veg.
So
But like I
Christmas
mean,
dinner.
it's kind of a it's like a Christmas dinner thing, but it doesn't need to be.
I used to call that ordinary dinner, because back in the day
Sure,
you would
really?
get ordinary dinner and then you'd have other dinners. Because
Yeah, no,
ordinary dinner
I
used to be
completely understand.
it used to be spuds, gravy, and chicken, and that would be ordinary dinner. I'd be like, fuck, we have an ordinary dinner. Oh,
Did you say
like-
ordinary?
yes.
Yeah,
oh,
I
we
didn't- I
have
never
an
said
ordinary
that, but-
dinner.
I do know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. And then I was
That's
like,
summer downtime vibe.
Yeah, there's summer down.
for context, because we like to do that a lot in this podcast, we just say random stuff. Simmer down time is what my mum used to say whenever it was time to go to bed, and now it has this like weird Freudian flick in my head that makes me feel all like
Yeah.
freaked out when someone says that.
Whenever Don's having too much fun, I just like to go.
Mm,
All right, it's
simmer
summer
down
downtime.
No,
And
Um,
it just pauses. It's like.
I start like
Wow.
I go into an existential crisis. Like
Yeah.
No, but like so on like things like New Year's and stuff. Like what did like?
I don't think like you just didn't do anything.
I don't know, just got a
Just
fucking
sat about the house
Chinese
and
or
all that.
something.
No, ours wasn't even Chinese. Chinese New Year. What? You just sat about the house and did fuck off.
Yeah,
Oh,
because you already had dinner.
That's
That's,
it,
it.
it's like
You
a
already had
celebration, right?
Christmas dinner on Christmas Day and Boxing Day. So do you didn't want to go for a 3-piece? Like,
I think it's like because we.
wait, no, it's like 5 days after, isn't it?
What?
Wait,
Years?
no.
Yeah.
I think it's because I have like such a fucking extended family that we'd always just have like
Yeah.
a
Just
huge
galore.
dinner and I just get steaming.
Yeah, but you couldn't do that because of COVID.
Oh well, like yeah, I mean this year, like, but
I like
But,
having
yeah.
a big family because I haven't done it in a very long time, but like my mom, as you know, has 12 siblings, so my mom's family is ginormous.
Your man's still alive.
Yeah, she's like 97.
It's crack out of her.
any crack from her?
Yeah, she's a good crack. Like to be fair, she's got all her toys still,
Did you?
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
every single one.
Even now when I want my toy.
Exactly, she's stinking, and we have lethal genes. Like,
Because my dad beats me.
Levi's, but
Um,
yeah. Anyway, Easter dinner, it's pretty swell. Get all the money, but so yeah, I don't know. That's weird because So you, like, we go to no, no, I'll never go to mass. Alright, okay. Well, that's understandable. I get if you didn't go to mass or
No,
anything.
I used to go to mass.
And then
Nah, I don't
afterward
know
there
class.
would be no dinner.
Maybe there's like a norm, but like it would just be. Whenever we were younger, we get a Sunday dinner anyway. Not
Yeah.
not like a set in stone Sunday dinner, but my mom would just cook spuds and
Yeah.
that sort of shit.
Ordinary
like.
dinner.
Yeah, ordinary dinner. My mom
Yeah,
just cooked
Classic ordinary dinner.
Yeah, but ordinary dinner would always be on a Sunday for me. Like,
And it's Easter Sunday.
Yes,
Yeah, so
well-
okay, right, that makes sense, I guess, because then
Yeah.
it's an Easter
Yeah,
Sunday. So
and that's why I think ordinary dinner kind of freaked me out as well, because you knew you were going to school after ordinary dinner because it was on a Sunday, Monday school.
I always loved Sunday dinners. Like.
Yeah, I did like them as
Sunday
well.
dinners
but
and
then-
Sunday dinners in primary school were the goat. Like,
actually, I remember
then you
there's
go to
a,
secondary school Sunday dinners and you're like, oh, that's gross.
there's a reason why I stopped
What?
liking Sunday dinners.
What do you mean?
Wait, what? Yeah, what are you saying?
You don't go to school on Sunday, mate?
Yeah.
No, but like not like Sunday dinners, but ordinary dinner.
Ordinary
on Sundays.
Oh yeah.
To be
did
fair,
you get them
saying
in
ordinary
primary
dinner
school?
makes more sense than a Sunday dinner when you're in school on a Monday, like, or like a.
It's ordinary dinner. But anyway, we've said that about a thousand
It
times.
will be
Name it-
forever known as.
And it also will
ordinary
be
dinner from here.
100% name of the podcast.
Yeah. What
Ordinary.
what was I saying
Ordinary
there?
dinner. I don't know. I wasn't really listening.
Talking about ordinary dinners. Just keep on saying it. Like,
Here, I watched. What did you actually have something to say there? Or you just,
No,
what's-
I've
are you having a
absolutely no
migraine?
idea. No, I'm not. I just completely I had something to say and then I just fucking spazzed out. Like anyway,
Yeah.
what was it?
I need to watch Obama's podcast chat.
No, wait. I thought he was featuring on like the Joe Rogan podcast. No, he just has his own.
Yeah.
Him and Bruce.
Him and Bruce
The
Springsteen
boss.
Him and Bruce Springsteen.
have a podcast. Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen.
Springsteen. Him and the
No.
boss. Like.
Him and the boss.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds fucking lethal. Maybe
It's-
not the Obama part, but the Bruce Springsteen part definitely. Like, it's kind of boring.
Oh, no, he's
He's
sound.
Oh, I like podcasts. That's my impression.
That's
That's
spot on. Yep.
for
Mm.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, that too.
They kind of sound similar. Not
Nope.
really.
What makes you think that Bruce Springsteen had a more interesting life than? Barack
Because
Obama?
he's a fucking rock and roll god. Like, that's why.
I honestly think Barack Obama's probably
And,
cooler.
yeah, and what? Barack Obama only had a cool life until he was in presidency.
Why?
Before that, he was just a stupid politician. So you think a politician is cooler than Bruce Springsteen?
Well, he wasn't. He wasn't always
Like-
a politician. Like,
What was he beforehand?
he might have been a lawyer or something. I think
Yeah.
he's got a
Yeah,
degree.
Oh,
yeah.
because that's infinitely more exciting.
I don't mean. Oh, I don't mean.
Get out.
We're putting our. But
Get out.
they're both.
He has an interesting life. Is all.
I'll
I'm
tell you
saying.
what. I'll be not listening to it
Unless
unless I'm on it.
Yeah, that
Whatever. Get me on.
highly likely. Although they
Bruce
haven't had
Barack
any guests to my knowledge.
USA.
There's only 6 or 7 episodes out at this point, but like, it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
I'm
Not that
gonna
I'm
guess it's
recommending
I would
anybody
love-
else's podcast.
I would love to
Yeah.
hear about Bruce Springsteen. Did Bruce Springsteen?
Was he born in the USA? Correct.
Yes. Did he fight in Vietnam? Yes. Did
No.
he get
No,
sent
he
out?
didn't. Yeah, actually, that was like episode 2 of the podcast was that he tried his damnedest not to fight in a war, and he succeeded.
Do you want to sound that to me? Pussy.
He
Don't
he says he
fucking
goes.
say that.
He actually says, and so like they're having, I don't know, they set up like these wee centers. So you get on the bus, you have to go to this wee center for them to be like, you're capable to fight in the army or not. You do
Yeah.
your wee test.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali did the same thing. I don't think he got as much flack as Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
I
Muhammad
know.
Ali was the best boxer in the world.
No, Bruce
Bruce
Springsteen
Springsteen-
didn't get as much flack as Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah,
Yeah, it's because Bruce Springsteen is white, probably.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I was saying. Yeah.
He's a punk. And he's a punk.
He's got that white privilege.
He's a
I
punk
card.
ass
watched.
bitch.
I watched. This is another thing.
He's
that
also was Muhammad Ali fighting in the Vietnam War as well.
he was supposed to, but he didn't go.
Yeah,
That was the whole thing. That's why he was arrested.
Do you know where Bruce was?
and it gets
The
stripped
streets of
title for him.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's
What
cool.
was the streets of Philadelphia?
That's where he's
that song?
That's where he was brought up.
No, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Shut up! Oh my god!
Do you know a
he-
song?
Yeah, Streets of Philadelphia. Anyway, what was I saying?
It's born in New
I would-
Jersey.
Yeah, I know. I 100% know.
What are you saying?
I don't
It's
care.
like some wee shithole place.
Listen, right, Muhammad Ali. This is what I realized as well. He was not very well received whenever he was a champion.
No.
Did not know that. I thought he was always just recognized as one of the greats, but it was only after the fact he was recognized as one of the greats.
Oh, no.
People
what do you mean?
fucking hated
well,
him. Like
Oh, no, but
there was
nah,
like
he was
every
he was
t-
the people's champ for
yeah,
a reason. Like
well, it depends on what people you're referring to, because every single
you people.
no,
You.
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
You know what I
don't
mean? Like I've seen like loads of talk show hosts are on, and they're just like talking down to him, and they're like, "Do you think your behavior is acceptable?" And he's all like, he's always like talking in rhymes and stuff, so he's probably like firing
Go.
off some goofy, cool stuff. Like, But like he was not well received. He faced
Oh, yeah, by
so
the-
much
by the honkies,
abrasion
like.
by just
The honkies.
bastards in the media. Like
Yeah,
just hating them
Well,
for
I
no
feel- I
reason.
also feel like media back in like the 70s
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. It's all like
Horrendous.
Of
weird,
course, like.
weirdly freaky.
Yeah.
But I mean,
American people,
like in
like-
terms of like the real people, like he was,
Mm.
you know, people's champ.
Was
That's what I meant by
Yeah,
which
yeah,
people
yeah,
you're
yeah.
referring to.
Was Larry King
First
on the
thing,
go in the Vietnam War? Do you reckon?
Larry King.
Yeah.
Larry King, would have been too old or something. Like
Yeah.
fucking that kid.
Yeah.
You know what? He died there at like.
Oh fuck! I forgot he died.
Larry King died.
Yeah, forgot about
Fucking spoilers. Like.
No.
Was he not like 90?
I haven't reached that episode
that.
yet.
Yeah, he was really, really old. Episode of
Do you-
what?
do you know what he
Larry
did?
King
King's life.
Do what he did? Larry B. King.
That's what I was
Um,
going to say. Actually, that's my next
do you know
one.
what he
He'd be
did
forever
when- on-
immortalized in the B movie.
On his like deathbed, he changed his will because like 40 years ago, his wife fucked his son's like soccer coach or something. So at his very last second before he died, he changed the will.
Because who told him? Oh, she confessed to him because he was dying. She was like, okay.
No,
Jim.
I think he always knew it for like he kept that.
So
he
oh,
kept
this
that
was the
grudge,
switcheroo.
Yeah, he was
Oh
just
my
like,
God,
so
that
she
was-
was like, oh, I'm so glad like he forgave me after all these years, and then he was like, spoof.
That is
That's such a
that
Larry
is
B.
so
King
cool.
moment.
That
Like,
is such a
That is a Larry moment right there.
he fucking
That
loves
is
it.
that is like the pettiness that I only aspire to have. Like,
That's probably why he lived so long.
yeah,
He was
he
just
just
like,
held that.
This bitch.
Speaking of
Hated.
B movie characters, what about Ray Liotta?
He's a weird guy. Like.
He's a weird guy.
Did he do something weird recently?
No, I'm just saying. What about him?
Oh, he's a weird
guy.
guy.
He is
Have
that.
you ever seen Joe Goodfellas?
You would know him, like. Oh yeah, exactly. That's Goodfellas. The one who goes, Karen, where's the money, Karen?
No, am I supposed to know that quote?
Yeah. Do you know
I feel
that
like
quote?
I've never
Goodfellas is very, very famous.
Yeah, I feel like there's loads of like mobster movies I haven't seen. I haven't seen The Sopranos TV series, but
Yeah.
you know,
Me neither.
I haven't seen Goodfellas. I haven't seen Donnie
I wouldn't
Brasco.
look
I
at
haven't seen
Donnie Brasco's
Yeah.
quality.
They're all quality.
Yeah, I
But,
love mafia movies.
Anyway, no, he's just he's a weird guy, and he's like a tequila or something.
He did not age well. Oh my god, he did not.
No,
He got a
no.
big bad beat with the ugly shtick face.
him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Almost
he
as
is a
bad as
creeper,
Val,
though.
Val Kilmer. Like.
Oh, he's
He
in
kind of
He-
looks like what do you got the guy in Pulp Fiction?
John Travolta.
John Travolta.
John Travolta, yeah. Kind of looks like a deformed version of.
They're all pretty
yeah.
similar.
John
Actually,
Travolta
like
looks like a
Greasy,
deformed
yeah.
version of John Travolta, like
What do you call like sort of Italian American sort of people? Like, is John
Yeah.
Travolta Italian
Wops.
American?
Wops.
Wops.
I don't know.
Is that a
Probably.
slur?
Yeah, Wobbs is
I would.
Wobbs. Wops. Wops
that a
is a
slur?
star.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Don't care.
Yeah, shout out to all Wops out there. We don't.
You hear?
That's not.
See,
slang.
like fake racism, like don't stand for it. It's like being like, oh, you can't call me a Mick because I'm Irish.
What about Wobbs?
Don't-
On the other hand,
What does that stand for?
Wobbs are place.
Oh,
Are they?
Yeah.
Wobbs.
Where?
Here.
Serious?
Yeah.
Wobbs.
It says Wobbs. It's a South American thing.
Nah, we don't
Gross.
do. We don't.
Wobbs about.
I don't-
Fucking get that
I don't-
dirt off this podcast immediately. I don't want any fucking South
Wobbs.
Armagh slang.
I
No offense to South Armagh, but your fucking colloquialisms are horrendous. Like,
South Armagh.
Here's Wobbs about.
Wobbs.
if there's wobbs about,
Peelers.
Yeah, PS.
Now that's what I can get behind. Like.
yeah.
I feel like we're talking about
Peelers.
Dort here, are we?
Talking what?
Dort.
Dort. Yeah, we talk Dort
We're
all
talking
the time.
junk.
Why are they called peelers?
Spuds.
Nope.
Go ahead. Take it away,
It's
Jack.
because when you see
John-
them, you peel off in your car. As
No,
fast
it's
as you can.
because the creator of the first
John Payne.
police force. Yeah,
That's it.
John Payne.
Here.
Yeah.
Why do I have a sick
The
knowledge
peeler
of everything?
thing.
As you knew that, I was just testing you.
Speaking of the PSNI, after your house the other day, what day was it? Yours? Monday or something? Anyway, I was walking home. It was like 4 a.m. or something. Walking up Rachel Straight Lock, and I just like just walking on my own, like trying to get home and on my drunken state, like safe and sound. Wob car drove past me, and like they I was halfway up the street. They reached the bottom of the street and reversed all the way back up, and like came level with me. And I was like looking at the ground, like, don't fucking start anything, don't start anything. Like, and then they just drove on.
You always get freaked out.
Fear tactics. Man.
That's our life, mate.
It's weird.
We live in the ghetto.
Live on the edge.
We just have there's ghetto birds in the
I don't
air.
even want to
there's-
talk about police again because we've done it like
I know, yeah.
twice on a podcast. They know how we feel. If you listen and you're a dedicated listener,
Any cops out there?
you know how we feel about policemen. We're not overly against them, but
What is
we
that door?
believe that
The PSNI has a spite against the student population,
yeah, and they
especially those who
and
reside in the Holy Lands.
most of them have absolutely no idea how to conduct themselves as a member of authority. So
Poor hungry.
yeah, Nightmares.
Yeah. Shout out to PSNI.
Yeah. Fuck you. How about that?
I kind of want to back to when we were talking about weird celebrities. I only saw this recently. Do you know that guy Rainn Wilson? He's in The
Yes.
Office.
Yeah.
Which one?
He's
Toby?
The stupid one.
Kevin.
no, he's
No.
fucking
The like annoying
Dwight Schrute.
Oh right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
one. Kind of a fucking weirdo.
He
Alright.
always does.
See
Kind
his tweets. Strange man.
No, I don't follow him.
What does he say?
I don't.
I
I
know
know,
It's
but
like
I
he's
got
still
this.
within character.
Yeah, to be fair, I saw his
No,
bloopers. He
weird
seems
trait.
a bit off. I've noticed in the bloopers he kind of creeps me out. A wee
Tweeted
bit, like.
here at the 9th of July. Beautiful day for the ritual sacrification of a virgin. Weird.
Is that funny?
Is that in
Uh,
reference
Is
to
that humour?
something?
No, the next one. I would totally fuck a muppet. Weird. If you
What's the
want,
comment on these like?
I don't know. These are like, this is just like all big fucking.
Oh.
If you want to punish a teenager, simply take away their cell phone and sodomize them with it.
Oh my god!
The Catholic Church just set up a program where all the abused little kids are allowed to molest the priests. I drained the blood out of a goth kid. Does that make me a goth by proxy? And this just goes on and on. Like, this guy's a fucking
Where did you find
freak.
it?
Does he think this is some sort of alt random humor or something? Like,
I don't know if he's
man,
just a
he's
ra-
like stuck in 2012 or
he's
something.
just a,
Like
he's just a random XD guy, I guess. Like, and
that's
this is,
horrendous. That's not even close
this
to
is
being
a-
funny. Like
and this is like a weird thing where you see a lot of weird people, like that guy James Gunn,
Who's
the
he?
director of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has very similar weird tweets.
People on Twitter are a different breed, like. That
But-
I enjoy tweets on Twitter and the Twitter sphere, all within the book. Like,
Sphere.
that's what they call it. Sorry, brothers. But people
The
on
lingo.
there, I don't know what it is. They feel like as if they're anonymous, even though they have their names on their profile. You know what I mean? Sometimes they like. Sometimes you see girls posting like really raunchy things, and then sometimes you see, I don't know, like just sometimes
People
you see
get
boys
really
posting
racial.
boys commenting under girls' things, like saying really disgustingly outward things as well, and you're thinking like this can also, like, your profile photo, you stand outside a shop in Newcastle,
Yeah.
like, I know your name, I know where you live.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. It's like, how many times have celebrities had to apologize for just saying something so outlandishly stupid on Twitter? And you're like, do you not have a guy who like
Yeah,
oversees your tweets? Like, if you're that famous,
literally the thing
surely
with
you
Kevin,
shouldn't be saying that.
Kevin Hart, like, granted it was back in whatever, when was it, like
was-
2014, his tweet
To be
blew
fair,
up,
that
like,
actually wasn't even that bad. Like,
Yeah.
right, shit, like, wasn't that bad, but why do people think that they can say anything they want on a social media platform?
he,
Because freedom
those-
of speech.
What did he say?
it was like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was basically along the lines of like, if he had ever like, he wouldn't have a gay kid because he would like beat
Yes.
it out of them or something.
Something like that.
That's not even
Paraphrasing.
word for
What-
word
was it
whatsoever.
a
But I think
added-
there wasn't a joke. There was a joke attempt in there.
Oh, I
like,
was about to say, was it an attempt at a comedy, or was it
Yeah,
just it was just a statement?
yeah. I don't even mind Kevin Hart. Like, it wouldn't be my cup of tea. Like, but I feel like
Me neither.
I think
But
he's funny.
it,
I respect what he's
as
done.
and what I know from people who like started comedy with him and stuff. I watched that documentary about him, and
What's it called? Kevin Hart Show.
no, I can't remember what it's called, but he seems like a nice guy. Like, he brought like all his like mates from like
A
he
lot
was
of them do
young.
that,
He brought them up, and like he like pays. They just like chill with him at all times.
yeah, I
like,
think I
one
might
of
have
his
seen this
friends, right?
documentary as well, actually.
Man, like, this is crazy. One of his friends became a barber so he could become his personal barber. So it means like he's got like a reason to just be like with him, and he buys him cars and stuff like that.
In fairness, that sound. At least the friend's not just like sitting there like.
Oh yeah,
eating
just
all
like
your food,
fucking
taking your
around.
car.
Yeah.
That's sick. But
Um,
didn't he?
He's like, I'm gonna help you out here in your life. I'm gonna make you look like.
He cheated on his wife, though, didn't
Yeah, that's what happened in the documentary. Like.
I saw a post by like, I don't know.
he?
it was
But they're back together.
Hold
Hold
on
on
so-
a second.
some-
Sorry. Speaking of cheating on your wife,
Right.
do you remember fucking Tiger Woods cheating on his wife, right?
Mm.
I read this thing that he crashed his car. Remember he crashed his car recently, right?
Yeah.
The police found something in his car that like is related to why he crashed, but they won't release it out of privacy reasons. So what was it, like a hooker in his car or something? Like,
No,
what, they just
I'm
find
not
it?
gonna lie, Tiger Woods. I think like that's because that a recent documentary came out about him and like his life stuff, and it is weird that like in your head that's like ingrained in your head, like Tiger Woods, like that whole like scandal.
yeah.
When we were younger, like what
The
age were we?
scandal
Like,
that's in my head for him, like, is Do you remember the time he like smashed his car with a golf club or something like that?
Yeah,
Did he
well,
do
that's to
something
do
crazy
with
like
the
that?
cheating. That's all.
Yeah,
That's the whole
he
cheating
cheated
thing,
on
man.
He
But
cheated on her like a million times, you know.
when you do, it's kind of weird. Like they did kind of fuck him over in that story and stuff. Like he was banging out everybody. Like, and do you know what I respect so much about it? It wasn't even like supermodels or anything. He'd just go into like a fucking like Denny's or do you know any like fast food. There'll be like a waitress and he'd be like, "All right, the back." It'd just be someone like.
Did he plead like being a sex addict and stuff? Kind of went down that route, did he?
Nah, I don't know.
I
I don't know what the fuck he did.
Did I? I think that strikes.
But
He
me.
definitely
But I
was.
just remember like, what's your
And-
theories?
And then
What was it? What was in his car? Made him
So-
garage. Why would they not?
Oh, he was off his tits, wasn't he? Like,
I don't know. But
Uh,
every picture of him, he's always
Did
like,
they say he was drunk or on drugs?
no. They just said he crossed. He looked. I don't know. Actually,
do you know what I do think though?
he looks
Because
solid,
that documentary
Yeah,
had
he
just
does.
came out, right? And he crashed like a week later. He was definitely fucked up about
Yeah,
like
it's
all that stuff coming back up again.
Mm.
It was pretty impressive. Like I don't give a fuck about golf, but when because everyone had counted him out, like,
Yeah.
and then he came back and won them. I was like, that's pretty cool.
What
I
was it,
guess.
like 10 years or 11 years since he's won
Yeah,
the
everyone was
first
like,
tournament?
yeah, he would have bombed. Like he's cut out. Like he thinks he can come back, and
Mm.
so many young golfers. Like there's a clip of
Is it
of some guy and all these young guys. He's like, and this is like a chance for fucking Jimmy, whatever the fuck, to like really make a name if he beats like Tiger Woods. And this old guy's just like, yeah, no chance he's gonna beat him. Like he's gonna win this, and sure enough, he did. And wasn't his dad had just died as well?
Maybe. I don't know.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, golf's for the sucks.
I'm kind of behind Tiger Woods on this. So.
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
behind anybody who's
Cheated on their wife.
nope. Who's a professional at their sport, like who's one of them sort of people who pass the
Aye.
actual like
Oscar
stratosphere
Pistorius.
of like.
Why you
Hey mate,
like? Are you gonna go back on that, or like was that
What?
how definitive was that? No,
What are you talking about?
by the Oscar.
That dude's fucked up.
Yeah, he's no legs.
Yeah.
No, that's not the
only
fucked
that way.
he's also fucking firing off hollow points. Like,
Yeah,
It's like,
Yo,
fairness, what's the
Oscar,
difference?
chill.
What's the difference between him and OJ?
is this a joke?
No.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do like a joke.
Don't know. We may find a punchline here somewhere.
He OJ got
OJ
off.
used a knife.
Yeah, and he got off. No, he got off because the gloves didn't fit him.
No,
In
the
the
juice is
Yeah,
loose.
the
Like,
juice
that's
is
just
loose.
it. Like.
Have you seen that fucking clip of I don't know how
Oh,
long this
to be fair,
unrealistic
Of the
documentary is.
reporter.
Yes,
Of
Yeah.
everything. Have you not seen like he's been
No.
doing that for years?
that's hilarious.
He-
And do you remember the girl comes up to him and is like, "Oh, I've never met a
Right, yeah,
murderer
right.
before," and he's all like shaking her hand, but like, "Nice to meet you."
Yeah.
And then he goes,
But that's also
she-
something that probably doesn't register in your brain until they've walked away and you're like, oh, fuck, that's what she said there.
Yeah,
No.
no,
No, no, no, no,
I
no.
think he embraces
No, no,
it
no, no, no.
completely.
He like lives for it. Like.
Yeah,
Why does he have such a following?
That
that happens all the time.
he was one of the best like NFL fucking running backs.
Why?
Like he's not like
why
he
does
didn't.
him murdering somebody not change that?
Because have you ever seen?
Was it never proved?
No,
No, it wasn't
No,
ever
he's,
proved.
he
do you
got
know who
off.
O.J. Simpson is though?
Yeah,
I know.
OJ versus the people, man.
Yeah.
But
Come
I
on.
never watched that.
If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit.
I don't
Yeah.
know what that means.
Well, anyway, he.
So basically, like it came, like everyone thought it was a done deal, like. But the what do you call that when it's like the public defenders?
Yeah.
They just got fought. It was that guy Johnny Cochran.
Cochran.
Was OJ's lawyer, and that was like the I
Played by
can't
Ross Geller
I can't say what. No,
and OJ versus the people.
yeah, you're thinking of Kardashian.
Oh yes, I am.
Who was just OJ's mate or something.
Yeah.
No, Johnny Cochran was like this super famous lawyer, and even that lyric in Kanye West song, I can't say it for obvious reasons. But he's like, I got more off than Cochran.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, so he just fucking destroyed these like like these public defenders, and just like was just being able to like get the jury on OJ. And then the famous thing is they found the glove at the scene, and they were like, oh, put it on. And then like he's clearly like making it. I could do it. Like anyone can make their hand big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, no, won't fit. And then that's when like they started like this thing. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. And then sure enough, he got off.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you think that if you got off with that, you can't lay low. He did kind of lay low a bit and chill out, but
He went to prison
he just
he went to prison for stealing his trophy spot.
Yeah, he's just
like
completely embraces it. Like, yeah, that's what I said. So he invited this girl up,
He made-
this reporter up to his room. Was like wanted to show her something. Opened the door and he was like,
Oh yeah, that was
He
weird.
the
made a
psycho
rap
knife
song
thing.
about him being a murderer. Like
Like, come on.
He's
now,
a weird dude. He freaks me out. Gives
if
me bad
I-
vibes.
to be fair, if he wasn't guilty, pretty baller move, I guess.
To do what?
To just be like,
To
right,
embrace it?
fucking whatever.
Yeah, but he is
He's
1,000,000% guilty. Like,
Yeah, but he had a fair trial
yeah,
and he won. Like
they,
that's
they
the,
didn't use the DNA stuff, didn't they? Not because it wasn't sophisticated back then. Otherwise, he would be.
I don't
Nah,
know.
I don't
there's
think. I think it was tainted or something weird like that.
there was something like that. Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of stuff going into it, and then
Because he can also hold DNA.
they
samples.
found that the guy who arrested him, the arresting officer, they found that he was like a neo-Nazi and stuff. Like it's like it's like it's like one of the most interesting cases ever. Just how,
Yeah.
and you're like, well, if they were able to convince 12 jurors, and they also turned it into like a race thing.
Yeah.
But like that's why they get them fucking attorneys get paid the big bucks. Like you don't care. Like it doesn't matter if they don't care if he's guilty or not. Like their whole aim is to just get him off, and they did. Firefox.
That's the juice for you.
That's the
Summed
juice.
up.
That's why the juice is loose.
OJ Simp. Check him out. Simpson.
Yeah, but yeah, he's like, but he's not famous because he was like famous to begin with.
Oh yeah.
But it's just crazy thinking that like that would be like trying to think of just someone that was like famous murdering someone. Like it's just you wouldn't like.
Oscar Pistorius.
No one fucking really knew who the fuck he
Yeah.
was before that.
That's
Like,
like LeBron James or something.
LeBron
Fucking
James.
knifing someone up, like getting away with it.
Was it? He was a gold winner though in the Paralympics, wasn't he?
Yeah, but how many other fucking Paralympians can you name?
That one English dwarf swimmer.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of her. Ellie?
I would know if you said her name.
Something like
Um,
that. Yeah, no, that's the only one I came up with as well.
Yeah. She must just be like really pushed out in like English media. Otherwise, how the fuck would we know her?
She must be.
I don't know. I feel like you're getting
And-
sad over there.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine.
And in them swimming events, like, is everyone a dwarf?
There's also somebody blind who I know, but I cannot think of who it is. Is
Oh,
everybody
and
a
it's
dwarf?
not a swimmer.
I don't know. No, I think
Oh.
it's a footballer or something. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, anyway.
Do you know? I saw an interesting photo during the week there, and I thought like it wasn't even the photo that was interesting. It was that this thought came across my head. Do you know the way you see like wee girls wearing like a say a Ronaldo football T-shirt or whatever, like just like people in general. You know,
Yeah.
the population will wear
Alright, yeah.
Ronaldo or Messi or whatever.
Yeah.
I clicked on somebody's profile because I saw in their profile photo it was somebody wearing a Megan Rapinoe. Do you know
Yeah.
her? One of her T-shirts, and I was thinking that looks like a fellow wearing that T-shirt, which would have been like did you ever see a fellow wearing a woman's
Soccer.
exactly on their back,
No.
like? And I was thinking that would have been cool, like, but it was actually a girl. But wouldn't that be interesting?
No.
No.
What the fuck are you talking about? I don't care.
I wouldn't.
It would just be-
you mean like it would be more progressive if men were to
Mm.
wear women's football or sporting jerseys and stuff?
Or even if women were to wear women's
Yeah,
football
because
jerseys.
actually, to be fair, you don't see a lot. I don't think I've ever seen one.
No, that was the first
But
jersey I ever
it-
seen with her name on
I
it.
think it is because they are technically far less popular.
She has won the World Cup 4 times, I think.
Yeah.
Why don't
She herself.
well,
Well,
like her team
her-
and she's
The
captain them
USL.
or something? But like,
It's
if that
yeah.
was men's, like 4 times in a row, I think was it or something crazy like that. Whatever she's done.
Yeah, it's
If it was men's, it would be like
Yeah, but
this
isn't
team is
the-
unstoppable, the best it's ever been.
I have more like respect for someone like Serena Williams and stuff when it's kind of like a one like soccer kind of stinks to begin with, and even it's a bit like the UFC as well. Like you always kind of notice that like the top women in the UFC are like world class, like they're fucking killers, like
Yeah,
Valentina
no one
Shevchenko,
can beat them.
Nunes. But then you always feel like if you go below the top 3,
Yeah, they all sort of
it
suck.
drops off so
Yeah.
quick. But people always feel like that's like you're having a go or something. You're like, no, it's called just like
Probably just
it's percentage, right? So because it's like
Yeah.
women don't compete.
how many
like.
it's like how many girls play a sport
Yeah,
Yeah.
than boys. So already you're cutting that loads
it's probably like saying,
Especially combat sports.
and any sport even and
like,
then
what's like a women's sport?
it even comes to like comedy like
I don't think you want to answer that one.
what
I don't think you would want to answer that one.
Rephrase. What is a women-dominated sport?
I think a lot of women in tennis.
Tennis, I was gonna say
Yeah.
tennis. Yeah.
Yeah. But then I would have said it's like 50-50.
netball.
almost, like.
Well, netball, but
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
you
there's
also
male
don't know.
netball, is there?
I think there is, yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
I actually don't know if there is either. That'd be
Because
a
it'd be
real
kind of
interesting
weird that if
question.
they just made like a shittier version of basketball
But-
just for women.
That's actually how it was made. How
Yeah.
it was made was the guy who made basketball. This like English PE teacher. She wanted like to get the rules, and he sent the fucking book of the rules,
Ah, yes.
and she like the way that he worded it like was weird, and then she was playing that thinking it was basketball, but it was actually netball, and that's how
That's
netball is a thing.
There you go. There's a little hot tidbit for you.
Yeah.
Take
Jeez.
home, impress your family.
But
whenever-
even when it comes to like comedy, like I know like Colin Gaddis got like loads of shit because he used to book Lavery's,
Hmm.
and even like for weird things, like it would be like for like cancer charity things, and people would be on the Facebook being like, "Oh, I don't see any women on, and don't see that." And he's like, "Number one, we're in Northern Ireland, so
Is
that-
there not? There
I'm,
is one Irish woman comedian. Who's she?
I'm sure there's a couple. Like,
yeah.
I know that
There's
there's
like one really popular one.
yeah, I know. I can't remember her name right now, but I do know because she's been on like BBC and
Yeah.
stuff. But
She gets out there like.
yeah, like
I think she's
but-
actually more popular than Colin Gaddis. Because I've seen, I think,
Ah,
I think I've seen her on.
yeah, just because you've seen it on TV doesn't mean you're like he doesn't. He's like he doesn't do any
Yeah, he doesn't
TV.
do any
'Cause
of that
he
sort of
he
shit,
did
like.
when he was younger, and he's like BBC fucking sucks. Like,
Fair enough.
like BBC, like even they're just they're weirdos like
Do you ever see a
because
lot of people-
they're doing it. They know that their audience is now like the 60 to 70 range, so like they don't give a shit about like younger. That's why the blame game, like the blame game is decent, like, but it is kind of that like
I don't even know what that is though.
it's on the blame game. No, it's like the big Northern Irish like comedy thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
But that thing, I'm pretty sure like the CBBC
See babies.
started as doing that Ollie Ball thing. They've got on that.
news round, yeah.
Yeah, they've taken them on now. Like, so
What is
they've
that?
jumped on that bandwagon straight away.
Do you know?
Uh,
Do you know news round?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
No. Do you have Sky when you were younger? I think we went through this. Did we? Like, what?
Yeah, CBBC.
You
Like,
did have Sky.
No.
CBBC. You
You
know,
don't know what news round is.
I never I never watched BBC.
it's like children news.
But what did you watch then if you had no Sky or no?
We used to watch RTE all the time, and number,
Ah.
number 4
Yeah.
is that what you call it? Channel 4.
Yeah, but
Channel 4?
you know that
Yeah.
boy Ollie Ball. Like,
I know Ollie
Yeah.
Ball only through other people. I didn't hear about him until this week.
Well, you're not on
he
TikTok, so I guess.
absolutely exploded onto the scene. Like,
Yeah. But the
but yeah,
news round is
they
just like it's
they
like they have
snapped him
like
up.
yeah they have like a new like it's like news, but like for like it actually kind of is news for like kids. I always thought it was pretty decent. Like, the
Mm.
fact that they put like news on during like children's shows.
Keep them
and,
informed.
Yeah, but they got that boy on it. But
They get Ollie Ball on it.
yeah,
And that other boy called like Jacob or something. I can't remember.
yeah, it was his sidekick.
his
like.
sidekick.
Yeah.
His
Why
Robin.
is that sidekick not equally as famous?
I actually don't know.
Because the sidekick does as much as Ollie Ball, does he not?
No, but he's got Ollie Ball kind of has like the
He's got the
funny
voice.
catchphrases that everyone likes,
Yeah.
and he's got the charisma. Well, the other boys kind of got the charisma, but
What fucks
they're
them,
just-
like?
I was watching that and I was thinking like, that's sad for him, like, because nobody knows that fella's name.
yeah,
Whatever.
You know, fair
He's Ollie
fucks,
Ball's
you know,
mate.
You need the Robin to the
fair-
Batman.
What I don't
Mhm.
understand is like they're always doing that in the park, but no one's coming up to them. They always seem to have their own little space. I wonder,
It's their school.
They're-
It's the school. Isn't it?
I
They're
wonder
in school.
does their school kind of?
I forgot schools were back on.
Yeah. Well, in England they must be fully on, are they? 'Cause
Oh,
looks
here they're
sort
fully
of-
on.
No, they're not.
All my fucking siblings are in school. Like.
Not all my siblings are in school.
Oh, weird.
Oh, all your ones are in primary school, aren't they? Or secondary school?
No, they're all second school. Yeah,
Are they all old secondary school? Second
yeah,
half?
old enough. Yeah,
Are they all second half secondary school? Like 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th?
yeah.
Yeah, well, may not. I think the younger secondary school isn't. I don't
Oh,
know,
okay.
whatever.
I don't know
Who
who
cares?
fucking cares, but yeah.
You see Arlene and Michelle going on each other? Not even Arlene and Michelle, just Arlene going after Michelle these days.
Nah, I don't even. It's actually depressed me looking at fucking politics these days.
Northern Ireland politics
Oh.
sucks.
I remember I saw on Instagram. This was like a couple of weeks ago. A girl put up a story, and it was Boris Johnson coming out of limelight.
Weird.
And I remember looking at it and being like, right, well, no, that can't be real. But then being like, wait,
I actually
because
heard
this
he was
girl,
in Belfast.
this girl couldn't have fucking like doctored this video. And then I was looking, I was like, oh no, am I sure it's limelight? And I was like, no, it is limelight. Then I was like, well, how the fuck? So I looked on Twitter and I looked on everything, nothing. But then the next day I saw BBC had put up that Boris came over and they were talking to like Arlene and all that stuff. And I was like, that must have been him. What the fuck was he doing in Limelight?
Can it be?
Because would they not talk in Stormont?
He or somewhere.
Why?
Limelight's not even a fucking restaurant. Like
It's just a big wide open.
maybe he's just getting fun. Couple of Red Bull vodkas down on there.
So
Planet Pop,
strange. like- Yeah, because I saw that video and it
Yeah.
was just like him with his goofy hair, like fucking just coming straight out of Limelight. It was the most surreal thing I've
Yeah,
ever
I
seen.
honestly, and I was thinking, is that someone dressed as Boris Johnson? Like, was they making like a joke, weird like video or something?
Yeah.
No, it was him. Weird.
Do you remember that day we were all floating about Belfast and there was like a million places on Botanic, and it's because somebody was over?
Yeah,
Was it like one of the royals or something like that?
I never. Me and Lewis we got like fucking shout out by like cops to get out of. We were walking somewhere and then they were like, "You can't go this way, you can't go," and I was like, "Right, fuck me."
This
and then
was
I
like,
remember walking up and there was like,
this was not so long ago. Like this happened to us.
uh,
Because I don't know why I would be in Belfast without you.
oh wait, maybe this was a different time then.
Maybe, I
This
don't
was
know.
last year, like.
Oh no, this was like
Some of his and
like a couple months ago,
some-
and I was like somebody was visiting, and then there was like cops all over town. Like I was thinking like, what the heck's going on? And turns out there was like one of the royals was there. And I was
So
like,
weird because ironically, like if like it causes more attention.
Mm.
Like no one gives a fuck who's in
Yeah,
Belfast,
right enough. What?
and you only know until you're like, oh, I was looking at pillars about.
Yeah, like there was like
You know, no-
40 on this.
Like it's
tiny
not like I
street,
was just like, oh, I can't believe Prince so and so's here or something.
You've heard when Boris there,
So, yeah,
no
if
one
Boris-
talked about it.
if Bars in the Limelight, like I'm going to go down and visit him for a crack.
I know I would have
Yeah.
No one was there.
spat in his
There
face.
was like 2 people saw him.
Can we get a quote for the podcast?
yeah, could we get? Yeah, could have got him on.
Can you say welcome to the noisy?
Yeah, get him on like Cameo or something.
Do your best impression of Boris Johnson.
Nope.
Blue,
Welcome to Noisy Boys.
get a blue passport.
That's
Um,
what he sounds like to me.
Moving swiftly.
Sounds
on.
like an absolute.
What the fuck was I?
You tell me that wasn't a good fucking impression.
Oh yeah, I was reading on BBC News. This happened like the other like. I think it's mad to think that like there's still people like and like police force and stuff. They're still like hunting down Nazis.
Oh yeah, was this the thing about the boy in England?
Yeah,
That was
Yeah,
weird.
I saw that.
yeah,
He's like
and it.
some sort of neo-Nazi group that he's like starting back up again or something.
Oh no.
You're not allowed to join a.
Oh, I think we're talking about two different things here. I'm
there-
talking about
there-
actual real, like he was a real life, like I'm talking about real Nazis. Not like an
I
old
know the
person.
thing you're on about, but I think we are on about. Are you
Oh.
on about the person who got arrested, or
the
like
policeman who
yeah.
was a neo-Nazi. That's what I'm
like
talking
it's
about.
against the law to be in, obviously,
Obviously,
in like a far right,
Yeah.
group, and what's far left? What does that mean?
communist. They should be
Communist.
banned as well.
Is it
Um,
illegal to be in a communist group? Probably.
No, which is fucking weird. Like,
People
Mm.
on Twitter preach a lot.
that it's
considering technically, if you're looking at who has the biggest kill counts, like communists smoke the
Mm.
Nazis, like, so just maybe just be sound, like, but no, this one,
Ban the radicals.
so basically, like this guy, he was old, right, and but when he was a kid, his ma like remarried this guy from like Poland, and he always said that he like was forced to join this like police force in Belarus, and that was in like 1943, and then he like defected like from the Nazi stuff. And you know, when he was a kid, he was like, whatever. But he was like, this guy was a psycho. Like, would beat the shit out of me, and like would like threaten my ma, and like he would like get steaming and like tell these stories about how like all these atrocities that he like saw from far away, and like he was like, so they were so vivid. Like there was one where he was like, oh yeah, I saw from like binoculars this like man like got a baby and like smashed its head off like the corner of a building and all that stuff. And even as a kid, this guy was like, that's kind of weird. Like this like feels like he knows a bit too much. And then when he was around like 30 or whatever, so this is in the 80s, they like put out, like the government put out a thing being like, if you knew anyone that you think might be a war criminal, like to just like say and all that stuff. And he was kind of like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think at this point then his ma had divorced him, and he's like, I'm pretty sure that guy, my stepdad,
It's pretty
probably is a Nazi, like, and like reported in the police, but the police kind of never did fucking anything about it. And then they're like, oh, whatever. Then this is like in the last couple of years, this guy was redoing it, like this kind of like not like Nazi investigator. He was looking into stuff and like all these like records, and he was like, I remember this guy, like that I knew said he thought his stepdad was one. So he got in contact with him again. They started like compiling stuff. They found video of this guy from like the 40s. Imagine like the fucking lock of like watching reams and reams and being like, that kind of looks like a younger guy of this guy. And
As
they
a
like,
Nazi,
yeah, basically. And then they went over to this place in Belarus.
smashing fucking babies' faces.
Well, no, they
in.
didn't. No, they didn't get a video of that, but they got a video of him like there, right? Then they went to Belarus and they found these old people, and they were like, "Yeah, do you know this guy?" Like, showed them a photo of him when he was young, and they were like, "That was the butcher. That was like this guy. That he did this. He like killed my like father, my mother, my cousins, my brothers, my sisters." They had like so many witnesses from this area. He had like he was like in charge of this, like he was in the SS. Then they were like, right, they were like literally gearing up to fucking busting this guy's house. He was like 90, I think, died.
No.
Then the stepson, who the one who like got this all together, he fucking had like leukemia. He died as well. And only now have they been able to, they like were like, yeah, he was 100% SS Nazi scumbag. Like. But I was like, that's like
you just got to die alone. Like.
Imagine being a reformed.
oh no, before both of them died, right? The guy that like leukemia, he recorded the stepfather. He like met him, and the stepfather like said, he was like, I have like a secret and like all this stuff, and I'm gonna take it to the grave and all this like creepy shit. He recorded it. Then when they both died, the guy who was his mate found this like thing and was like, oh my god, like he was to the very last, he was trying to get him. Like, I was like, fuck, pretty gangster.
Why was there so many psychos around Central Europe at that time, or is that just everywhere, and it just that whole movement just allowed them to be what they were?
Like, imagine you're a psycho and you're just sitting here.
You
and
just join the Nazi army and do
like,
whatever the fuck you want.
You're like, I can't be a psycho, and then all of a sudden you're just like, we have a job for you if you want. Like,
yeah,
you're like, nice. You just gotta go over and just be massacring people.
It just like absolutely baffles me what humans can do to other humans. Like,
oh, it's nuts. Yeah, like, it's crazy. You're just like, it's so weird because you have to think, like, these guys weren't soldiers. Like, they were like the police, right? Them like all MSS groups and stuff. So they technically weren't like fighting for anything. Like, they weren't fighting like
they were
like
still
the normal German.
soil.
They were never like fighting like with the German soldiers. Like,
yeah,
I feel like the German army kind of gets a bad rep because you think they're like kind of one and the other, but it's not. It was literally just like 17-year-olds and like young kids that were just fighting. They were doing the fuck, like they were seeing the wars, a bit like, you know, our side and everyone else's side was. And then you just have these fucking psychos that were like behind, like
just
safe
in the fatherland, just fucking
just massacring
shooting
people
and doing the fucking craziest psycho stuff.
On a lighter note, I just drank the end of that there bottle of Corona. I have this fear in my head. I don't like finishing a bottle of Corona because I'm so used to at the end of it like getting bits in my mouth. You know what I mean?
Oh,
all
fucking lines.
Like I just like that. But yeah.
Well, I'm gonna bring it back to a darker note.
No, don't get that dark shit out of here.
No, it's not really. It's kind of a It's kind of a lighter note. It's interesting as fuck. I want to hear about that shit. Like, if I was listening to a podcast, I want to hear about a little bit of history mixed in, a little bit of funny.
I actually have two pretty interesting stories.
Okay, save them. Do you remember we talked about Dyatlov's pals recently?
Yeah.
And for anyone who doesn't know, briefly, just like a lot of very experienced hikers tried to pass this really barren, snowy mountain and end up dying in very, very mysterious ways. Had their clothes off, and some of them died in certain places, some died in other places. Watch a video on it; it's really interesting. But anyway,
Bermuda Triangle of mountains.
Yeah, kind of like that. It's kind of shrouded in complete mystery. They have no idea.
Is that what it's called? Is that a thing?
What?
Or did you just make that up?
It should be a thing.
Just made it up. Your spa. Anyway, yeah. So they had found out that they had cut the tent from the inside and all this crazy stuff. Like, there was loads of weird stuff, a lot of theories and all. But recently, after we talked about it, you know the guy who made Frozen, like Frozen 2. I remember there was a guy watching it. Right, this is crazy.
Wait, the Disney movie?
Yes.
Oh.
Frozen 2, the movie. This guy was watching it and he goes, "Wow, this is crazy how this snow is so realistic." So he went and talked to the guy who programmed how he made the snow, and it turns out he had this computer system that created snowstorms and stuff. And he said, wow, that's so fucking cool. Can I use this? And what they did was they simulated the weather events on Dyatlov Pass and essentially solved the mystery because they realized that it
Oh.
was definitely an avalanche that caused all their injuries and whatever
Hmm.
happened, which I thought was absolutely
That's
nuts. Like,
Weird connection, like
isn't it?
Frozen.
Frozen
Dyatlov
2,
Pass,
yeah,
done.
Dyatlov Pass solved because of some guy who just made a shit for like a Disney movie.
That's crazy. And like Olaf was there and all like.
Yeah, he was-
crazy big
Yeah,
fucking-
Fucking- was
Olaf's Pass.
cracking
Oh, yeah,
some
that's on me.
one-liners. Like, what's your cool 2 points?
Yeah. So, because there's like the famous one, right, is the USS Indianapolis, which was famously in Jaws, where the ship sinks. It was on the way back of, like, it dropped off that atomic bomb, so it was a secret mission, knowing you about it. When it was on the way back, it hit by a torpedo. The ship went down. There was like hundreds of sailors in the water, and then the sharks started getting them, like
Yeah.
the famous one. And then there was also like another equivalent. It's called the Rami massacre. It was this like island in Burma.
Noise.
Oh fuck, that was another episode.
Oh. What's the previous
And,
podcast? I'll link back to
basically, what
that.
happened was the British Marines and the Indians, they had invaded this wee island that there was the Japanese on, and kind of surrounded them. And they thought they surrounded them. There was only one way out of this kind of wee island, like weird place, which is through all this mangrove. And like
Anyone who
this,
doesn't know.
what?
Mangroves are little plants that have a very good life in salt waters.
Yeah, and like swamps. So it's basically swamp, right?
Okay.
So they were like, well, there's no way they can go through the swamp. Japanese were like, fuck this, we're going through the swamp. And then this story is kind of like, you have to like take a pinch of salt, because there's like people said that, you know, the numbers are weird, but not that many Japanese came out on the other side. And apparently, like, the place is full of fucking saltwater crocodiles. And the British and the Indians, like, they heard just like screams in the night coming from like when all the Japanese were trying to get through.
In the nighttime, you would never be even in the
They got
daytime. You'd be
fucked
hard
up.
to see a saltwater
Like I
crocodile.
think 460 Japanese soldiers went, and only 20 got.
Oh
to
my
the other side.
god!
Like, they
Eaten
got.
by fucking crocodiles.
Now people think
They
it was like they got, obviously there's crocodiles, but there was like starvation, heat exhaustion. Like there was loads of stuff that would kill them. Like I think one of the stories that came out said that there was like 10,000 crocodiles, which doesn't make any fucking sense, because what the fuck do they eat when there's not humans around? Like,
Yeah.
but still, that's kind of a wipeout. Like,
Saltwater crocodiles are the biggest
Biggest?
reptiles on planet Earth
How do you tell the difference between a crocodile and an alligator?
ask them.
by their jaw.
Yeah.
And a crocodile's jaw will close with its teeth, both its teeth showing, and an alligator's will show with its bottom row of teeth,
Yeah, right.
or its top row of teeth.
That's
showing
exactly
over.
it. And the way I remember that's because. What did you say? What did you say? Say that again.
And they also have different tails, and there's a lot of other things as well.
Okay, crocodiles are kind of
And
Right,
they
fatter.
have-
it's the teeth, right?
And
Back to
bra-
the teeth. What did you say about the teeth?
Crocodile's teeth will come together. Like you'll see both rows of teeth whenever they close their mouth,
Yeah.
and alligator's front or top row of teeth will kind of like overbite.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then the wee caimans are the wee skinny ones.
So alligator has teeth that's straighter.
Okay.
There you go.
There
And
you go.
also alligators will have much broader like snouts, and crocodiles will have like
Take that to the
thinner
grave, guys.
ones.
Also, this is a interesting thing that I feel like is never brought up in history. The fact that almost every soldier in World War II was on meth,
No.
like full on
To
meth.
keep them awake.
Yeah, like
Mm.
in when
I
the
think I did
Germans
know that.
invaded like France and stuff, the French thought it was gonna take like weeks. It took them 3 days, and they were like, they didn't understand how, like, they were like, these are like animals, like how are they still awake? They don't sleep. They just keep on going. They were like, and back then it was just you could get methamphetamines just behind the counter and like clinics or like pharmacy. You could just be popping them. Like. So these
The
guys were
German
just
soldiers all
dosed.
speed it up like.
Yeah, but then they started everyone started using them. It was just like, right.
I'm pretty sure you can sell methamphetamines over the counter in like South America maybe. Something tells me that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can definitely
Surely in
get
low
amphetamine. You
doses,
can get
though.
amphetamines, I think,
Yeah. Not
In-
methamphetamines, but
in
amphetamines.
most in I think a lot of places, like
Yeah.
a lot of things like for like truckers to stay awake and stuff like that in like
Mhm.
America, and they're just popping them like
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Pop it.
just
pillies.
getting
I could be a trucker.
Could you?
Most definitely.
I couldn't because
You look like a trucker right now, mate.
I actually do.
You do.
Yeah, I actually was saying
Wasn't
that
a
earlier.
spoof. Was it truth?
If
Not
I
a
was-
spoof. Bottle opener.
Oh, if I was using methamphetamines all the time, I would start losing grip in reality. Because isn't there like that study that after it's proven after at least 4 days without sleep, you definitely start to see things. You start to
yeah.
hallucinate,
Yeah.
and like it. I remember there was like that Louis Theroux documentary of him going to like the meth addicts and stuff, and they don't sleep for weeks, and they start to see shit after like the first week. They start to like hallucinate and stuff, and it's fucking. It sounds like the scariest drug ever. I don't think I would ever go near it because my mental state is as fragile as it is without drugs. Like, so if I was fucking seeing shit in the corner of my eyes or seeing anything, like,
I'm already high on life.
that's the
So
worst thing
anyway.
you've ever seen. Can you cut that, please? Like,
I weirdly have seen like a lot of. I was watching like trucker videos,
I swear
but no, not even just like them long distance like ones in America, and how just like.
trucker live
Do you know
stream,
what's-
13 hours no cuts.
Do you know what's so weird though? Because you have such like a stereotypical like trucker thing in your head,
Yeah.
but now just like nerds just love being truckers because you just live like
in your truck.
in your wee truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know you just listen to podcasts all the time.
You get paid
You get paid a decent
buck,
amount. Like you can
Mm.
like if you've some of them companies you can get like it's crazy money. It's like
Yeah.
100,000 a year or something.
Yeah. Some of them get paid a
Like,
fat
yeah.
stack,
Because
like-
they're just constantly on the road, like, right?
yeah, they're
Well,
driving for like
it's like
I
you
don't
So they're
know,
just paying them
no,
not to
it's
have a
15 or
lifestyle.
16 hours or
Well,
something.
no, because it's usually like 2 weeks on, like 1 week. You kind of it's like rotationary, like so you just kind of like you're flat out for like a week or 2 weeks, and then you've got like a good amount off, and then you do it again and again. So
Doesn't sound too bad.
it doesn't sound too bad, like.
I
Sounds
could
like
do
a plan B or a plan C.
to
me, anyway.
I feel like if I ever move away somewhere that's like up there for my plans.
I wouldn't be on fucking amphetamines to keep myself awake.
No, but I'd like to learn how to drive a big thing like
a
that
big
before I go.
17-wheeler,
17-wheeler or something.
Yeah.
Or that doesn't
Maybe
make
not
sense.
18
Why the
wheeler.
fuck would it have odd wheels? Like,
It's got one in the middle at the start, like. Yeah.
that would still be 18.
No, I mean if it won.
But then
fucking
truckers get fat. And that's
stacks.
just it.
Yeah,
No,
fat stacks, like.
Not
it's
the
fat.
stacks.
They
Fat
get-
waistlines.
Oh yeah, they get fat also, and they do
To be fair, you know.
they do
don't
avail
have
of the old truck
What?
stop.
You have to. One of the podcasts I listened to, one of the guys is a trucker, or one of his brother like it comes on, he's fucking jacked.
Do you say you don't have to or you have to?
You don't have to get fat, like.
Oh, but as I
Kind of
guess,
just a choice for life, isn't it?
like,
They
do you ever
also-
see a
they also-
trucker like that's not fat?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Right, that's one. You know what I mean?
What are
All
you
the truckers
talking
about here is
Fucking
fat as
millions
fuck.
of
like.
them. Yeah, but also they also avail of
Lot lizards.
What is that?
You know what a
little-
lot lizard is?
little,
Like?
little
No,
truck
no.
stop boys,
It's like
prostitutes
prostitutes that like hang around in like them
Oh,
for truckers.
lots. Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's a fun fact. I
To
wasn't
be
aware.
fair,
It's a
like
big
if
business,
you were
like.
a trucker and you didn't have a family and you were constantly driving all the time,
Yeah.
Dad used to be a trucker,
Oof,
Nice.
it's
and
probably got some serious stories. Like,
But it's trucker in Ireland, isn't it?
what?
Trucker here.
No,
Where?
like Australia, America,
Oh fuck.
what?
here for a
What?
while as well.
That's
Like,
fucking sick.
There you go.
yeah.
I think you'd have some serious stories as a trucker because you would come across the scariest shit ever,
Ah.
especially driving in South America.
Maybe not.
Or not South America,
Maybe not
sorry, the
Australia. Maybe he was
southern
working
part of
construction in
America.
Australia, but definitely America. Because I remember him telling me a story about how he was like driving one time, and he says, like you have to radio in all the time whenever you're
Yeah.
you're a
CV,
trucker.
like.
Yeah.
And he says he radios in, and he's like, I'm
Nanger,
just coming
nanger.
into San Jose right now. And all
Yeah.
the people,
Sam Josie.
and
San
all the
Jose.
people laughed at him on the other end, like, being like,
So
"Ha, ha,
funny.
ha."
That's
You have to give yourself a wee nickname as well.
Yeah.
dude.
He's big red.
Rubber Duck, Big Red.
That's
I know,
cool.
I know.
That actually would be funny. Like.
Oh, it'd be funny. But yeah.
I got this Rubber Duck.
But yeah, we're 55 right now, so 55, good luck numbers, time to go.
Are we? Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, I almost would. I don't.
I think there's there might be a couple of snooze fest parts in there.
No, I
that
think
might
I
be
think it was alright.
That
Like.
was alright.
Well, that was the 10th episode. Like.
Right.
Firing them out. Like.
Yeah.
This has been the Noise Boys podcast with
Numero J.
Daniel.
James.
and Myles.
That's us.
See ya.
See ya.
Good luck, good luck, good luck.
See ya.